Yeah, I know I got the same jacket on, but this is a weighted. I keep telling y'all this is weighted. I already know some young will be like, man, is that the only thing you got? I wear this around the house. Sometimes I wear it out and about, but this is a weighted vest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly training. Constantly training. What up, Ron? What's good, man? Good. Hey, Jada, I'm on live. Mac, what's good, man? What's good? Ricardo, what's up, man? What's good? Uh, J.O., hey, J.O., you said Shakur and Teo not fighting. I bet. You just never know with T.O., man, for real. T.O., I don't know what's up with T.O., man. What's good? No worries, champ. What up, Tim? What up, Tim Bradley? What up with y'all? What's good, Kendall? What up with it, man? What's going on, family, man? I was thinking, man, that D Storm, I think, what did I say? D Troopers, D Troopers, the community. I don't know, man. There's a lot of good names everybody keep talking about, man, bringing up, but I was thinking about DS Troopers or something like that. What's going on? What's good? Crawford B. Canelo. Yeah. What up, bro? What up with you? Hey, y'all see that Morataya and Andy Cruz? You see that? Do you see that? That got I guess they got that aired out for 2026. Not sure I don't know the date yet, but what's good? Tim, they definitely tapped into the channel out there. I've been hearing your name on a few other channels lately. Cool. Yeah, man, you already know. You know what it is, because, everybody gonna come here and get the real. A lot of people come here, they don't subscribe to the channel, man. They don't, but, they watch the content, so I appreciate them for watching the content, man. But for sure, man, they looking for somebody with a strong opinion, man, and so this is what it is. So I appreciate them. Everybody saying Tim got a bunch of gifts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of gifts. Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, a lot of people say a lot of things, you know. What you think about Keith Thurman and versus Boots? I got Boots in this. Got Boots in this versus Keith. Yup. Tim, hey, can you talk about Teddy Atlas and how he helped you and how you did feel about the fireman speech after the fight? We are firemen. Hey, hey, Atlas, hey, stormtroopers. Yeah, my stormtroopers. Yeah, man. Hey, I like that. Stormtroopers sound hard. Yeah, community, we the stormtroopers for sure. Yeah. But let me just talk about Teddy real quick. Teddy Atlas, man. Teddy Atlas is a good dude, man. Good hearted person and hard worker. I would say um how we got started was basically he had came out for a few days, spent some time with me. I had to read his book before I actually started to work with him. So he has a book out. If you ain't ever read it, man, very inspirational book. It's something to read if you want some, if you want some food for thought, man. He has a book out. You kind of learn about the way he thinks and how he grew up, and he talks about his father, his brother. He talk about a lot of things that happened in his life that basically turned him into who he is today. But he's a guy that's a man of his word, and he's a man that's just about discipline. That's what he's about. He's about discipline. So um, treat people with respect, man. One of the nicest guys you ever meet, man, for real. He's one of those dudes that's like, he'll take his shirt off and give it to you. You know what I mean? If you need a shirt, he'll do that. He has this foundation as well that you can contribute to. I think it's named after his father, that he has every single year. He does a dinner. I got invited. I think it's coming up in November. Um, I think it is coming up in November. But anyways, he helps a lot of the kids, has a gym out there in New York, helps a lot of the kids and a lot of, people that, don't have, Thanksgiving, don't have can't, various different things. It's not just one thing. Like, so he gives like people, families and stuff that are, can't afford Christmas, for kids. You buy them gifts. Maybe they have a doctor bill or something that they got to take care of. Maybe there's someone in the family that's sick. Like, he has a foundation to help take care of the people, man, around him and just in the world in general. So, you got to respect a guy like that, man. But what did I learn? I learned a lot from Teddy within 2 camps that we spent together. I learned a lot about boxing, man. A lot of things that I didn't know. A lot of stuff that you hear, in my commentary. I learned from him. Of course, my father was my trainer, Joel Diaz. OJ Kucher. His son John, Ted Walls. I mean, there was a lot of guys that had, you know, actually Al Mitchell. Yeah, Al Mitchell too. I mean, there was a lot of guys that had their hand in, on me, you know what I'm saying? And, where the boxing game goes. So I learned a lot from all these trainers. So, but anyways, yeah, I learned a lot about distance, man. I learned a lot about distance, learned a lot about, setting different traps, how to set different traps against your opponent. I learned, about the ranges, different ranges, what you should and shouldn't do. A lot of stuff that I preach on there, you know. Of course, I highlight my guy Boxing Gyms as well. He's one of the brilliant minds, if not the best brain, I believe, on YouTube when it comes to this boxing thing, man, and breaking down the X and O's. I consult with him, we consult with each other. We go back and forth all the time, man. Just talking about different strategies and different, boxing techniques and stuff like that. So I'm a student of the game, man. I don't know everything. I'm optimistic. I take things. If it makes sense, then, I use it. If it don't make any sense, then, if it don't work, I know, trust me, I know. Yeah, I know, because I've been in there. So, but for the most part, but yeah, Teddy's a good dude, man, and it was a great time. 2 camps, having 2 camps with him, man. I learned a whole hell of a lot about me, myself, my boxing, and also about him. So that's what I think, man. But anyways, let me see some of these questions, man. Salute Boots all day. Yeah, I got Boots. I personally think that um I just think Thurman, man, just that inactivity. The inactivity one. He hasn't fought this level of competition. With Boots. I don't think it's been a minute. The last guy that he got in there was Manny Pacquiao. That beat him. But for the most part, I mean, he ain't done too much of anything after that. You know. So I mean, I think Boots being younger, faster, stronger, more skilled. I got Boots. I got Boots beating him. Probably even stopping him. Yeah, run and tell Keith Thurman I said that Boots will stop him. Yeah, man, we could talk about. When I heard Cruz versus Moritai today, the first thing I thought about was Cruz breakdancing in the background while you had you had Keyshawn Davis in there doing the interview, and he back there breakdancing in the back over there doing this little, all that stuff, man. That's the first thing I thought about when I was like, damn, he about to fight breakdance, my breakdance dude, man. That's the first thing I thought about, man. Trina, what's good with you? What's good? Swanson, Mrs. Swanson, what's good with you? Yeah. Oh man. Now that was the first thing that came to my damn mind, man, for real. But I personally think flip flop what we on today. Oh, come on now. See, you know, I gotta say something to you guys. So if you want a biased channel, bro, you can go to those other channels. I'm gonna break it down in like 18 different ways, right? When I'm watching film, you see something one day, you see something the next day, you see something the next day. That's just how it goes, right? But I'm giving you both sides and how each fighter can win. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I'm gonna give you both sides. So today I might be heavy on Haney. The next day I might be heavy on Norman. The next day I might be heavy on Haney again. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back and forth based on what I'm seeing by watching film, right? But my pick is my pick. I'm going with Norman. And I got Norman, I got Storm and Norman. I got him by knockout. He gonna knock Haney out late. That's what I got. Yeah. And I'm sticking by that. I got Norman knocking Haney out. Yep, run and go tell that. Please go run and tell that. Yeah, I got Norman stepping over Haney. I got him stepping over him. Yeah. Yeah. Go run and tell that. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't changing. That ain't changing at all. But I'm gonna give you different points of views on how each guy can win, right? I might give Haney a tip. I might give Norman a tip. I go back and forth. I gave both of these dudes tips, right? If they listening, then that's just what it is. They can listen, they can take it. If they want to use it, great. If they don't, it is what it is. But my fans here, or I say the stormtroopers here, you know what I'm saying? You guys know, you know. So what did I say? What did I say? What did I say that Garcia was gonna land against that boy this weekend or past weekend? What did I say? I said he gonna land that left hook, and what did he do? He landed the left hook. What did I say about Parker? Parker gonna land that right hand, and if old boy can take that right hand to Parker, hey, he got his own right hand that he can land, right? Yeah. So don't get it twisted, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate the super chat, man. You didn't put a question on there. Best of boxing talk. I appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, but yeah, y'all be getting it twisted, man. I be giving y'all different outlooks on things, man. Yep, I said the hook. I sure did. I did say the hook. So Haney already got his donut. Yeah. I got Storm and Norman. I got Storm and Norman, man. Attitude. I got Mr. Attitude. Dude got a chip on his shoulder. Dude got a lot to prove. I got that guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though he the favorite right now, he's still the underdog in my eyes. He's still the underdog in my eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going with. Yeah. This is a dude that's hungry. You know, he fighting like he got $2.50 in his bank account. That's how he gonna be fighting. Trust me. Yeah, Haney already balling, money, jewelry, all that stuff. Yeah, he doing his thing. He's great. He trains hard. He works hard. He shows up to fights, and he's ready. But I'm going with Norman, man. He gonna get it done. I promise you. He gonna get it done, man. That's what I'm going with. Who else we got? Norman got the Roy Jones mentality. Yeah. Shit, Norman got that Tim Bradley mentality too. Shit, he coming. I'm telling y'all, he coming. He coming to get it, bro. For real. And he willing to go through hell. He willing to go through hell. If Haney can't hurt him, oh, if Haney can't stop him from coming forward, oh yeah. He gonna get ate up. He gonna get eaten. You remember when I fought? Yeah, look at you said Devin Alexander. I think Haney to win. He making it look like Devin Alexander versus Medina. Oh hell no, that's two different styles. Hell no, that's two different styles, man. Nah, it's gonna be like Devin Alexander versus Tim Bradley, where I'm beating the hell out of him, just stepping to him, and I don't care about none of that little stuffy, flashy stuff he doing. Just eat him up, take it to him. That's all Norman gotta do is take it to Haney. That's it. Let them hands go. Yeah, let them hands fly. And let them fly at distance. Don't get too close. Don't step in. You don't gotta step in too close. Because if you step in too close, he gonna smother you real quick. Shoot, start them combinations a little further out. Yep, start them a little further out. He gonna run right into them joints. Because Haney, that's all he gonna do is try to tie him up. Especially when he get close, he gonna reach out and try to grab and hug him. Bro, for real. He gonna try to. I'm telling you, once he feel little stompers, that first jab that get hit, he gonna get hit right on that chin with that first jab. Haney's eyes are gonna be like, what the hell is that? Yeah, and he gonna get on that bike and start moving. I'm telling you, first jab. You heard it here. I'm telling you. He gonna feel them thumpers, bro. He gonna feel those. So, yeah. Let me see what some of these uppercut gonna be there. Yeah, uppercut gonna be there. Yep, absolutely. He gonna smother. Yep, he gonna try to smother. Absolutely. Let me see some of that Birdman. Who you got, Mason? I'm not even, yes, sir. There we go. Status Boom. What's up with you, big dog? That's my boy right there, man. Status Boom is good, dope. Appreciate you, man. Tim, what's your thoughts on sports gambling? I've been done told y'all that. I've been done told y'all that, bro, it's impossible not for these people to be gambling, bro. Like, it's impossible. That's what, I mean, look, boxing is quote unquote, it's a business, but, you know, pretending to be a sport, right? It's a business pretending to be a sport. Same thing with basketball. Same thing. Man, I'm telling you, man, referees is in on this stuff, man. I be seeing some calls and I'm like, bro, that's so blatant. That's crazy. Really? You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other few weeks ago was like a college team that was playing, right? And it might have been an NFL play, but it's a college team. I think it was a college team. Like, literally, dude ran back and got a safety. Like, for what, bro? All you had to do was take a knee. You ran back to get a safety. Oh yeah, they called. Somebody called and was like, "Hey man, we need. Hey, these numbers ain't right. Hey, we got somebody some big money on this. No, we need this. We need this. Hey, we need this score to go up. Yeah, they got +7. Yeah, no, we need more. We need +9. We need get that up. Get that up. Get that up. Hey, go back and run this. Do a safety. What? Yeah, yep. Go do a safety because they get that call from up top. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, all this stuff, man. Referee, you don't think referees be cheating? Man, referees be cheating. Judges be cheating. Every single sport, man. Every single sport. Yeah. And then, like, what you gonna? How somebody gonna? If I'm talking to somebody on the slide saying, "Hey, bro, I got control of all of this. I got control of the football game." You know what I'm saying? Or I got control of this. And I mean, I'm gonna let them know. Hey, check this out. We gonna win. We're gonna win by this much. We're gonna do. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all, man. This stuff happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. So that's just what it is. It's a real thing. But allegedly, I saw the news come out. This is all allegedly. So, until he's proven guilty, we gonna see, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's talk about this cruise though, man. Cause cruise, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this cruise and this Morataya. That's what I really want to talk about, man. Let's talk about that, man. I think this is a bad style matchup, man. I think this is a bad style matchup for Morataya. You know, I think well before I even go there, I see the notes. What's the name? I got Mason. I gave you a rundown on what I thought, right? But let's not get it twisted. You want the prediction? I got Mason by knockout. Okay, you want the prediction? I got Mason by knockout. I got Norman by knockout late. I got Mason by knockout early. I got Mason by knockout. Okay, you want that prediction? There you go. You can have it. All right, I got Mason. If he don't knock him out, Mason gonna win. Yeah, too much length, too much speed, too much accuracy. Hell of a counter puncher. He gonna catch my boy. He gonna catch Notes. I promise you, and he gonna hurt him. All right, Notes head straight up and up and down. Yeah, he'll move side to side or whatever, but he's open for Mason's best punch, which is the uppercut. He gonna get caught with that uppercut. He gonna go down, man. Mason gonna he gonna get up and Mason gonna finish him. So that's all I'm telling y'all. I got Mason by knockout. So I've given y'all X's and O's. I've given y'all, a couple of scenarios and stuff like that because, I'm not trying to be biased. But you want my prediction? I'm giving it to you right here. That's my prediction for that fight. What else you want to know? You want to know Benavidez versus, another knockout. I got Benavidez by knockout. He going to stop Yard. He going to stop him late. Yep, 8, 9, somewhere around there. He going to stop him. Yep, he going to step on him. That's what he going to do. Yep. So that's what it is. What you want to know? You want to know my pick on what's that other one name? Lubin and Virgil? Knockout. Late. He gonna knock him out. Virgil gonna stop Lubin. You want my pick? Here you go. All right. You don't want me to be giving analysis of both guys? That's my pick. He gonna win the fight. Okay? He gonna win the fight. All these guys that I'm saying is gonna win the fight. And I'm saying, check this out. Lubin gonna get stopped. Yep. You heard it here. So we gonna see. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Have I been wrong? Absolutely, I've been wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just know that Lubin ain't gonna win. I just know that he not gonna win. And I don't care what anybody say. Yup. So that's just what it is. So like if y'all want me to stop giving y'all the analysis and stuff like that and going back and forth, let me know. I mean, I did the same thing for Crawford. I did the same thing for Crawford and Canelo. The fans that love Canelo, I was giving you some hope. The fans that love Crawford, I was giving you some hope. I'm going back and forth, man, not being biased. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this guy can win. This guy can win if he does this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving y'all game. But, some of y'all like it. Some of y'all don't. But it is what it is. But, yeah, I got Mason. Who else we got? Who else we got coming up? We got Roach. We got Roach and Who else we got? Roach. Who else? Who else you want to know? Who else you want to know? Who else you want to know? Let me see. Hold up. I'm trying to see what's going on. Parker by KO. I got Parker. Yes, I got Parker by KO. Yes. Lubin gonna win. We gonna see. We definitely gonna see. I got him losing. Uh-huh. Hey, good. Appreciate $2, big dog. Thoughts on Morataya Cruz was late to the live. All right, so my thoughts on the fight. First of all, like I told you, first thing I thought about was Cruz in the background breakdancing. You know, when he was fighting against Keyshawn. It's a bad style matchup for Morataya. You know, Morataya thought that boy Tevin Farmer was slippery. Hey, but this is a different type of slippery right here. This is more of a Houdini type of slippery right here. He be right in your face, and you don't even see the trick. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here, Cruz, will be right next to you, right? Tap you on your other shoulder, smack you on your ass, and then pull your damn watch off at the same time. And you like, damn, what happened to my watch? Who touched me? You like, what the hell going on? He right there in front of you, man. Slippery, hard to hit. Yeah, he used the high guard, but he real good with distance. In and out. He gonna make Morataya fall short a whole hell of a lot, right? He don't have a whole lot of punching power, one punch power, but he accurate as crap. Well, he's accurate as hell with his combinations, and he's great at picking the spots, man. Like he got good eyes, great vision, right? And he got a high boxing IQ, bruh. Cuban. You know what I mean? His feet slow down a bit too. You know what I'm saying? He'll move left, he'll move right. He can switch southpaw. You know what I'm saying? Punch from different angles. He can let those combinations fly. And one of the sweetest things that I see that he can do, and I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Cruz, all right? Just one of the sweetest things he can do, man, is like he can adjust his speed on the flight. So he'd be like, bam, bah, 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 and then throw a quick combination, and then move off to the side and avoid all that stuff coming back, man. But yeah, I think it's a bad style matchup. I think Morataya is accustomed, his feet too slow. You know what I mean? His feet are wide. He good in and out, side to side, a little bit too slow. Sometimes he get a little lackadaisical in there, man. But it's gonna be a chess match. That's what it's gonna be, a chess match. This ain't, if I was more tired, I'm like, yo, we taking it to this dude. We not finna sit here and play around with this dude and go tit for tat. We ain't finna do that. He too smart for that. We gonna pressure him. We gonna put them punches together. Yeah, we gonna test what he got up in here. That's what we gonna test. Yeah. We gonna test this Cuban. We gonna test what he got in his chest. We the bigger puncher. We the stronger. We gonna go to him. We gonna put that pressure on him. That's what I would tell. That's what I would tell Morataya and his team that they need to do. Because if they get in that boxing match and they going back and forth and they posturing and stuff like that, he not gonna win this battle. No, hell no. Especially after you saw him against Farmer. Nope. No, man. So bad style matchup, man. I think. But hey, look, I see two punches. I see the right hand working for Cruz, and I see the left hook that can work for Morataya. The left hook. If he land that big shot, because I've seen both these guys hurt. Both these guys has been hurt. I've seen Cruz get buzzed a couple of times. I've seen Morataya get rocked. I think he went down too in one of his fights. Yeah, and I think it was one of those fights where he said he didn't warm up. However, he still got rocked, by a guy. So, look, man, it's gonna be a good fight. But from me right now and what I'm thinking Cruz gonna get this. From what I'm thinking right now, Cruz gonna get this. So, but we'll see. That's my unofficial, pick right now. But I'll come to you with a harder one as the fight get made and get closer. Yeah. So that's what I think about the fight, man. That's what I think about it. So, no Diddy. People still saying that, man. George, what's good, man? Appreciate $2, man. What's your thoughts on Colin Smith and Morrell? Colin Smith, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I know too much about him, man. Is he still with? Is he with Buddy McGirt? Is that the Colin Smith that who fought him? Better Biev fought? Was it Better Biev that fought him? Is that the tall, long, rangy guy? I think Canelo fought him too. Yeah, I think it is. He don't like pressure. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of pressure. So like right off the top, I'm thinking about his style. I'm not really understanding like his system, but I just know that he don't like pressure, right? Um, and Morrell is southpaw, and he's a pressure guy. Morrell likes to sit down on his shots, but I didn't see Morrell's last fight. I gotta watch his last fight, and then I'll be able to give you a better explanation. But I do remember Morrell and Benavidez. That was a hell of a scrap. He got a little outworked, was able to land. He showed some heart in that fight, threw some good combinations, was strong. He might even buzz Benavidez. He probably even buzzed him once or twice. But yeah, I mean, right off the back, I'm gonna say Morrell. I'm gonna say Morrell right off the back. Yeah, Morrell gonna get that. Yeah, so but I have look. I got to watch some film and see where each guy is vulnerable and see what punch will land and but I just know that Smith, I know he don't like pressure, man, and he likes to try to keep his distance. But I think Morrell got this, man. He got length. He can box. He go forward. He got power too. Yeah, I'll pick Morrell, and he's been in some really good fights too as of late. So, but great question, man. Yep. Parker or Fabio. I got Parker. I got Parker. I think Parker is a smart boxer. I think Parker's a better boxer than Justice Honey. Honey was killing Fabio. I mean, it was a no contest basically until Fabio caught him with his signature punch, was his right hand. Fabio is brilliant, man. With that landing that punch right there, man. He's brilliant at it, and he'll time you and he'll wait, and he'll let it mature, right? And Honey just made that one mistake, stepped in, shot that jab, and then bow, got caught. You know what I'm saying? And it was nasty. I mean, you can even throw a jab or be throwing a right hand and the opposite hand dropped and coming in mid-range, and Fabio is gonna be looking for that looping right hand. That's his money maker right there, man. That get him out of any situation. So I think Parker, if he's boxing smart, uses his feints, uses his jab, pick up his feet, make Fabio follow him, set traps, lateral traps on him, and not pretty much play the game with him, man, and catch him, hurt him, step in there, still be cautious, but and really put it on him. I think he can stop him. I think he can stop him, man, for real. Fabio's defense isn't that great, man. It's not that great at all. And you can hit him with jabs. I mean, shit, he gets it with uppercuts, but he's a Terminator. He just keep coming. Yup, just keeps coming. So it all depends on if Fabio can take the punching power of Parker, and vice versa. But I got Parker. I think Parker wins the fight. Yeah, that's why. And he might knock. Yeah, I think he gonna knock him out. I personally believe he is. So I hear a lot of people talking about Parker going down against this guy and that guy and this guy, and I'm just saying he got up, and what did he do? He showed that grit, he showed that heart, he showed that will. He got up and he beat him. So like, if he go down in this fight, I expect him to get up and have that heart and go to him, right? That's what I expect. I expect the same thing. So I got Parker, man. That's what I got. But good question. Let's see what we got over here. I appreciate when the women get up on here, man. For real. Yep. Appreciate that. All right. So Janet Beck versus Laura. Let me see. Who do I mirror my style behind? Man, it's a little bit of everything. That's a good question. Who would I mirror my style behind? Man, there was a lot of different things, man. You know, like one thing about me was I was able to be what I need to be. You know, and what that mean is that I was like well rounded, and I can fight a particular style for that particular opponent. So, you know, the way I fought Lamont Peterson was a lot different than the way I had to fight against a guy like Kendall Holt. Kendall Holt was a better boxer than I was. He had better gifts than I did. Kendall Holt had hand speed and he had punching power, right? And he was very cerebral, smart fighter. You know, he knows boxing. But, you know, I had to push a fast pace with him because I had to always keep him thinking and maybe even sometimes overthinking. I always had to have something on him, right? I had to always have something on him, either the jab, work his body, get on the inside, rough him up, you know, let those combinations fly because, you know, I saw that he liked to fight at a comfortable pace, you know, and he likes to, you know, sit back and he likes to lure you in and try to hit you with a big hook in the fight. I mean, he caught me in the first round and the game plan was to go to him, keep going to him. And I could have easily packed it in after the first round, getting hit with that bazooka left hook. But, you know, I was on a mission, you know, and wasn't nothing gonna stop me. Like if you didn't kill me right there, I was gonna keep going, right? And that's gonna take heart, that's gonna take that will, and you'll have a strong mind to be able to continue to stay the course and believe in the plan. And the plan was take it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I had to be a little cautious, but I still kept going forward, man. Even though he would get close with that left hook every now and then, he even popped me up with an uppercut, you know. But the thing is that I was able to again outlast him, outpunch him, outwork him, you know, and that's how I knew I can get that win. But um, let's see, the styles I mirrored, I used to like Roy. I used to looking at a lot of Shane Mosley. I used to look at Mildred Taylor. I used to look at a lot of Evander Holyfield. James Toney was another one. I would take little bits and pieces of each of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Even when I fought Junior Witter, I took something away from his fight. That's why, like, when I get close and I start hitting you on the side of the head, I took that from Junior Witter because that junk annoyed the hell out of me when I was fighting him. Oh my God. Every time I got close to Junior Witter, he started smacking me on my side of my face, bruising my face up. And I'm just like, man, like, get off me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, I'm still in that. Oh, I'm still in that. So I took that with me everywhere I went. And when I get in close, when guys trying to relax, I'm hitting them on the side of the head, bow, 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 just beating them on, not letting them relax. So I steal things from different fighters, man. That's why I study different fighters, and I would just apply it to my game. Um, all the feints and stuff, I got picked that up from Manny Pacquiao. So Pacquiao throws a lot of foot feints, a lot of head feints, and you know what I mean. He's constantly, you know, faking you out of position, and so I was able to pick that up for Manny, watching him fight and getting in the ring with him and stuff, and just feeling like never on like I never feeling comfortable. You know what I mean? Like even when I'm at like outside, never feeling comfortable knowing when he gonna freaking attack me. You know what I mean? Because Manny had a crazy explosive first step, man. So I felt like always like tentative, like burning energy, trying to anticipate when he's gonna come. So I picked that up from Manny. Shoot. Yeah, but those are the fighters, man. Those are some of the fighters, you know, even Marvin Hagler, you know, that toughness, that grit, and be able to walk through the storm, that I picked that up from him. You know, the way his mentality was, I was like, I got to adopt that type of mentality, you know. I'm going to war, you know, and I got to be at my very best. So, you know, you can look at different guys and the way they present themselves, and you can look at their mentalities and the way they train, man, and kind of like emulate them, add it to your game. So that's it. Did you see? Yes, I did see who I got. I just spoke about that, big dog. Appreciate the $2, big dog. But yeah, hey, BR, man. BR, my guy. Hey, bro, I already said that I favor Cruz in the fight. I think it's a bad style matchup for Maritai, man. Yeah, this dude Cruz is like Houdini, man. You know, the dude is great at distance. He got a high boxing IQ. You know, quick hands. Very accurate fighter. Not a whole lot of wasted movement. He's a tricky one. He's a tricky guy, man. And I know Moritai got a high IQ, but I don't think his IQ is as high as Cruz. And I know Moritai got more punching power, so he has the opportunity to land a shot and hurt Cruz. I've seen Cruz hurt in some fights, man. So he still has a chance, and if he gonna land something, it's gonna be the left hook. I watched that today. It's gonna be the left hook, but I just think that if they get in a boxing match, the smarter man gonna win, and I gotta say Cruz. I gotta say Cruz. I think Moritai's feet too slow. I think Cruz's feet is a lot quicker, a lot more smoother too. So that's who I favor right now, man. I mean, I'm gonna study some more, but yeah, Andy Cruz, he a problem, man. He definitely a problem. Love the question. Thoughts on Shakur helping Jake Paul for Tank fight? My first initial thoughts when I heard it, man, I was like, oh man, this is crazy. Like for me, I had an opportunity, and this is just me, right? I had an opportunity to go overseas and, rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, man, to help Hatton, when he was getting ready for Floyd. I never fought Floyd, never really had a whole lot of beef with Floyd or whatever, but I wish I had an opportunity to face him, just to test myself against greatness, right? But it just never materialized, but I didn't hate it, right? But I didn't go over there to help Ricky Hatton. That's just what it is. But this right here just shows you how much these guys don't appreciate Tank. It shows you how much they don't care about Tank, one. And it shows you how much they really want Tank out the sport, right? And this I think it stems from Tank not fighting him, not necessarily Ford, but, even not fighting Shakur, right? Not giving him a time of day. And so Shakur just like, well, F that. I'm gonna go help Jake get ready for you, So from that standpoint, I mean, look, would I do it? No, but hey, this is Shakur, right? Shakur gonna do what Shakur gonna do. He gonna have his reasoning behind it. But I just think again, it's just the pure hate that these guys have for Tank, man. And this is the closest they gonna get to fighting Jake Paul, man, because Tank about to get this money, this crazy money, man. And to be honest with you, it's a great question, but I don't even think they're gonna be able to help. I don't even think, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Shakur. Shakur is a talented guy, but completely different style than Tank. Complete different style. Yeah, Shakur's distant management is crazy. Tank, right? And Tank got that power too. He got them thumpers. So different style, man. And Tank's a lot smaller than Shakur, man. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna do. I'm telling you what it's gonna do to Jake Paul. It's gonna confuse him even more. Jake Paul gonna realize that he ain't over his damn head, because if he can't deal with these dudes inside the gym with his size and his abilities or whatever, and these dudes is peppering the hell out of him, he gonna be thinking to himself, "Damn, oh man, I think I bit off more than I can chew. Man, these guys touching me. Man, what if Tank hit me? Yeah, it can play with his mind. So he think he getting that good work, but at the same time, it can work. It can work against him. It can work against him, for real. So that's what I think about it. So, all right, great question though. Thoughts on Benavidez better be if they get in the next. So, George, hell of a fight, man. A hell of a fight, man. Obviously, both these guys come forward. It's gonna be about who's gonna be able to give up ground. Also, I've seen Beterbiev also box and use some footwork to set traps, especially with his right hand. Lateral traps with his right hand. You got a guy like Benavidez. I don't think his power translates as much as it did at 168, at 175. So I think, Beterbiev will have more punching power and ability to hurt Benavidez, but I think the speed advantage will go to Benavidez, who coming up from the lower weight classes, and it seemed to still have some pop on his shots, a little pop, a little less pop, but still got that hand speed, that length, and that quickness. But man, how much more does Better BF have? He's an older fighter, man. You know, how much more does he have? Yeah, you know, I think those Bivol fights took a lot out of him. You know, and it also showed me that if you're able to endure what he's dishing out and stand up against him, that you can beat him. So, like, if, for instance, like if Benavidez can take whatever he's dishing, right, and can take it, then in the later rounds, if he comes on strong, you know, and he starts to, you know, run downhill and let them combinations fly, you know, Better BF can be in trouble. So, you know, Better BF is definitely gonna have to hurt Benavidez to stop him from coming forward and you know, piling up those damn points, man. So I think it's a damn great matchup. I would love to see it. I mean, that's blockbuster right there, you know. But you know, I can't pick a winner right now. You know, I can't really pick a winner right now. But damn, power advantage goes to Better BF. Speed advantage goes to Benavidez. Both guys are tough. It's gonna be that'll be a hell of a match. I ain't gonna lie, hell of a match. Damn. So, but I can't pick a winner on that. Andre Berto was a dog too. Andre Berto was a dog. You a tank hater? Yeah, I am a tank hater. You're right. You're right. I'm a tank hater. I'm a Shakur hater. I'm a this guy hater or whatever. But you a sellout? Yes, I am. I'm a sellout too. Yes. Stupid. Some of these comments, some of these losers are here, man. Over here in these comment section. Straight buster, especially the Mexican executioner or whatever you call yourself. You still mad about that Crawford? You still you still mad that you got that money? You got that money taken, huh? Clown. You a clown. Let me see. 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 We're gonna put you in timeout. Yeah, we're gonna put you in timeout. 24 hours. You in timeout, my boy. So y'all come over here with these dumb questions, man. What's going on, Green Eyes? What's up with you? I appreciate you. Yeah, some of y'all, some of these busters about to be in timeout. Oh yeah, I didn't know I can control it like that, but yeah, I'm about to put them in timeout. What up with it, Bruce? Yeah, in the ring against me, I'm 220. Let's do it. Oh man, I ain't trying to get back into that ring, big dog. Yeah. All right, hold on one second. All right, let me see what else we got going on. Yeah, I'm trying to block all these bots, whoever got, you know, want to come with these stupid comments, man. Just don't make no sense to me. Do I ever think about coaching? Yeah, that's a great question. I do think about coaching, but you know, right now, man, I'm just so dedicated to my kids and my family right now, and they spend most of my time. So I'm always at the soccer field 24/7. You know, so you know, with that being said, I ain't got no time to be training somebody. You know, it's gonna take time away from my kids right now. You don't get the time back. You know, so that's just what it is. So nah, I think about it. I would love to do it, but the time, nah, it's dedicated to them. Once they get out, once they get to college, then I'll think about it. You know, so I still got another 10 years before I start becoming the trainer. When does Keyshawn come back? Keyshawn got some good news the other day. I saw that. You know, I don't know. But Keyshawn got some good news the other day. And he was happy. I saw him online and he was praising God, saying thank you, man, because he was lost. You know, boxing, man. Some of us, we need boxing, man. I'm one of those guys that need boxing too. You know, shoot, that's why I've been spending a lot of time here, man. You know, just being staying relevant and talking to sport, man. It's important to me. So Tim calls it what it is, my boy. Yep, sure does. Yo, Storm, you gonna go live during fights? Maybe. Yeah, I might go live during some fights. I know that That fight this weekend, that Wardley fight is this weekend. Respect to you, Tim. I appreciate you. Where the name Desert Storm come from? No, nah, Iraq War. Nah. You know what? The Desert Storm. It's a weird story, to be honest with you. The name came from, I was listening to DJ Clue. I was listening to Fabulous one day, and then, you hear DJ Desert Storm, Desert Storm. You hear that, and I heard it in the background, and I was trying to come up with a name, and I was like, Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. I'm from Palm Springs, so it was kind of fitting. And then I always had that warrior type of mentality. So I was just like, that's perfect. Desert Storm. That sounds great. Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. So it was fitting, but yeah, I got it from listening to Fabulous. That's how. Yeah. All right. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Devin should retire. You donating to $1 million. Tim, what do you think of Cruz and Shakur? Cruz and Shakur, hell of a match. That's a hell of a match right there. That's a dude that can match Shakur. Cruz is a guy that can match him here. I don't know. I personally don't know if Shakur. I don't know if he has more knowledge than Shakur. He go about his way inside the ring a little different than Shakur. I think Shakur is better definitely defensively. I do love Cruz's offense, although he's not the biggest puncher. Again, his placement, his accuracy, and his positioning is cold. God, it's cold. Like, dude is dangerous, man. And that'd be a very competitive fight, man. That fight would be extremely competitive. I don't know how entertaining it will be for a lot of folks, because everybody wants to see action, but from a boxing purist, man, that will be a fun fight to watch. Yeah, from a boxing purist, that'd be a hell of a fight to watch, but it's a damn good fight. I mean, I got to favor Shakur because more experience, but Cruz, that's no easy task at all. Yeah, I changed my mind. Warley between rounds 1 and 3. I think the only way Warley wins is running is Kiwi ass down like his Mack truck, like a Mack truck. Hey Matt, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, bro. So you change your mind. You got Wardley between rounds 1 and 3. You think the only way is that he got to chase him down like a Mack truck, huh? Yeah, he said the Kiwi. Matt, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Um, I I don't know, man. I don't know if he. I don't know if Wardley, because you don't want to. For me, I wouldn't want to turn Joseph Parker into a counterpuncher. I wouldn't want to do that. He'll hit you with something that you don't see coming. He'll set you up. If I'm Wardley, I want Joseph Parker to come to me. So that way I can time him on his way in. And I think that's what Wardley's gonna do. I don't know why I don't see Wardley coming forward trying to get aggressive with Joseph Parker. I think he gonna run into trouble that way. I think Joseph Parker's too good of a thinker, too much of a boxer, cerebral boxer. And he'll set traps and he'll run him into something. But you never know, man. You never know. He might come out and storm him and try to catch him early. You never know, but yeah, I got Joseph Parker. Let me say this again. I got Joseph Parker. I think he stops him or he gonna get the dub. If he don't stop him, he gonna get the win. I got Joseph Parker. All right, let me just let y'all know that. Okay. They said Boots is the new Tank Davis. I don't think so. Tank is a dog. Tim Ray. I'm the captain. New Fort Montana. No love. Already got started out by Tank and Shakur. It's fought Tank before Roach. Okay. Danny Jacobs chilling. See Judge Chicken. I was in the camp with him, and he fought Canelo. Okay, I thought Tank and Paul wasn't a real fight. I look. I thought it wasn't. Look, I still don't think it's a real fight. But obviously, they got. This dude got world champions coming in to spar him. World champions. If I'm a world champion, I'm not no sparring partner. I'm sorry. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, you're literally being a sparring partner for somebody, bro. Like, are you kidding me? My sparring partner is this guy, Timothy Bradley. What? And I'm a world champion. I'm pound for pound, and I'm going to go help you. You crazy. You crazy. It's not happening. That's not happening. So when I'm hearing, Boots going to spar Canelo, and Shakur, and Ford is going to go spar freaking Jay, it's just like, what are we doing, bro? You guys set yourself to higher standards. Like, I ain't never seen Andre Ward go to somebody camp and go spar him. Andre Ward is like, bro, I ain't no sparring partner. Hey, you want this work? You come to my camp, bruh. Like, for real, I ain't not finna go to you. Hell no. You ever hear of Floyd going to somebody camp? I haven't. I ain't never heard of Floyd going to somebody camp. Oh, let me go to your camp, man. Let me help you out. Hell no. I'm just saying, man, like, come on, man. Y'all gotta raise y'all standards, man. For real. I'm not finna, like, if you ain't my boy, if you ain't my dog, I'm not finna go to your camp and help you out. Shoot, I ain't never, man, who have I? Shit, probably when I wasn't a world champion, I went in and went to a Julio Diaz camp, but that was it. But I never, ever, I didn't go to Hatton's camp. I didn't go to Zab Judah's camp. Because I'm not a sparring partner. That's just what it is. I'm not a sparring partner. Period. So that's just, hey, man. Anyways, that's just my thoughts. I appreciate the super chat, big dog. Tim, you make me laugh out loud when you're on your comedy time. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, look, boxing and comedy, man, go hand in hand, I think. I appreciate you. Salute in always, kiddo. I pretty love always. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm just glad I can make you smile. You feel me? It's always good to laugh. Yeah. Alicia versus Alicia's versus Clarissa negotiations press conference will be lit. Are they fighting? Are they fighting? Really? I ain't hear that. I ain't hear that one. Yeah, I like both of them. I like both. I like both of them. I like Alicia. Alicia, I've been to her camp. She vicious. She vicious. Yeah, Alicia. Alicia Baumgartner. I've been to her camp. She even hit me to the sheet, boy. She vicious. She ain't no joke. Yeah, yeah. But Clarissa, she is savage. I ain't never been to her camp, but I see the way she fight. She cold with them hands, man. And with her speed, her quickness, her experience, man, she gonna give Alicia hell, man. She gonna give Alicia hell. Alicia, sometimes she depends a lot of times on her power, and she a good counterpuncher. So if you throw combinations at her and she try to time you in between, if she don't catch you and she miss, I mean, you there to in position to let loose on her. I think Baumgartner's last fight that she had, that girl was tough, man. That girl was tough. And I thought Baumgartner had lost, you know. But yeah, shit off the top right now, bro. Shields, Shields, man. Clarissa, if this is real, Shields. No disrespect, but I'm just saying. Agree, get the troll out. That's my girl. Appreciate you. Hey, real quick, I heard T.O. may not fight Shakur. Instead, he wants to fight Pacquiao. Do you hear the rumor? I hear the rumor, man. I appreciate, hey, JF, I appreciate you, big dog. Jonathan, thank you so much, man, for the $10, man, super chat, man. Wow, that's great, man. Thank you, bro, for real. Appreciate you, man. Great question. T.O. does a lot of flexing and not enough fighting. Too much flexing. Yeah, I'll fight you. All this talking, man. You know, T.O. make me tired. T.O. make me tired. He make me tired. He make me angry. He be playing with people's emotions. And it just don't make no damn sense. He can't make his damn mind up when we was getting ready to fight Haney. And then all of a sudden, he don't like the deal. And then he go run somewhere else, man. He be skirting and skating, skirting and skating. That's what T.O. does. That's all he do. He a clown. I'm just like, come on, bruh. Come on. Get in there and fight somebody. Then him and Shakur and stuff doing the whole Terrence Crawford and Canelo thing. You know what I'm saying? They putting these two guys up there, man, and they going back and forth like they really gonna do something, right? Shakur really about that. T.O., he just like playing the game and stuff. You know what I mean? Looking for attention. You know, seeing how much, people gonna pay attention to him. Oh, they want this fight. And then he'll pull the rug from underneath you, man. Yeah, that's the problem I have with T.O. So T.O. trying to fight Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao, look, man, I thought Manny Pacquiao was chasing greatness, man. I thought Manny Pacquiao was looking to get in the ring with Rolly and try to get a belt, with his age and break his own record, you know. What they gonna fight at? What weight they gonna fight at? 147? I don't think Pacquiao can make 140 again, you know. It don't make any sense. What T.O. gonna go up to 47 and face him? You know, how much credit he gonna get if he beat a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao? How much credit he gonna get for that? You know, not a whole lot of credit at all. You know, but if T.O. can beat a guy like Shakur, he gonna get all the credit in the world. Yeah. So, man, look, Pacquiao seems to be that guy that everybody's trying to pick on because they see the dollar signs. You know, he the low-hanging fruit. But look, I'm here to tell y'all right now, Pac in that first fight, he looked all right. All right. Pac training right now and working. And that next fight, he gonna be a lot different. I promise y'all that. That was 4 years out of the ring he was in. 4 years, right? Now, give it some months, 6 months, 7 months out. He gonna be sharp. He gonna be a lot sharper than he was against in this second fight. So look, we gonna see. We gonna see, man, for real. But I don't like it. He needs to fight. He needs to fight Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? And then I saw his little rant or whatever saying, "Oh, just letting you know, it's gonna be a black fighter." You know what I mean? I heard some like that, some post that he put out or whatever. But you just never know with T.O., man. Shoot, he a little colorblind too. So, who hits harder, Pacquiao or Provodnikov? Provodnikov hits harder. Way heavier shots. Hands are heavy. Boy, when Provodnikov hit me in that first round with that right hand, man, I'm trying to tell you, my kids, and they kids, and they felt it. I'm not gonna lie, man, that right hand was one of the hardest right hands I ever got hit with in my entire life. I probably felt like I don't know. I ain't never been hit by a car, but I'm pretty sure it feels just like that. It felt like an out-of-body experience, man. I couldn't even get control of my damn body. I couldn't even get control of my body at all. And the only thing that I can do is laugh. Laugh, because I was just like, damn, he got me. Shit, that was it. But yeah, Pacquiao can punch. He hits hard with both hands, but his is more sharper. It's more sharper. What's the name? Provodnikov is more thudding. You feel the weight behind that joint. So a little different. But they both hit hard in mud. They both hit hard. Oh yeah, they both do. But just it feels different. Tim, you should come back to boxing. Hell no. Nah, hell no. Sharper down. Okay. All right. Could you talk about how special Dame Tony was? Yeah, James Tony was special. But James Toney just had bad habits, man. That was it. James Toney could have been probably, man. James Toney could have been a GOAT, bro. Like one of the guys we talk about, like we still gonna talk about James Toney, right? But he would have been in a better light, man, if he would have not been so stubborn. You know, some of his stubbornness has got him as far as he's gotten, you know, and he's done some miraculous things in boxing, but, you know, his discipline wasn't there. James Toney didn't like to run, you know, he didn't like to do his road work. He just liked to spar. That was it. He's like, I'm not a track star. I don't need to run. Like, I'm going to spar. And he sparred every single day. You know what I mean? So, but if he would have stayed more disciplined on the outside life, I just saw a post today. It might have been an older post from Bernard Hopkins, basically talking about, you know, the struggles basically outside the ring. You know what I mean? He was just basically saying that, like, if you guys got to learn how to control that. You know, control like the drinking and, you know, the not late partying and all of that stuff like that comes with fame. Like if you can avoid all of that stuff like that, then you can compete. And it don't matter if they can be more gifted than you. Like Roy Jones was more gifted than him. He said he was like James Toney was more gifted than him, you know, but he lived clean, right? Kept his body clean. He was always in shape. He took care of his body. And that's the reason why he was able to fight to, you know, as long as he did fight till. So, you know, that's just what it is. So if James Toney was that and had that type of discipline, shit, James Toney, man, with his defense, with his toughness, the way he put punches together from mid-range to inside, his counter-punching ability was cold. His shoulder roll was on another level. That's where I got my shoulder roll from James Toney, watching James Toney. If you go back watching my earlier fights, I use that shoulder roll. See, bow, shoulder roll. That joint works very well when you master it. So, but that was one of my. I got that from James Toney. It wasn't from Floyd. It was from James. Yup. Listen, Tim Parker got what 2 rounds in the ring in 18 months. That's true. Bro's rusty. Depends. All right, Worley's gonna run him down. Roll the dice early as all hell, dude. Man, I appreciate you, big dog. Hey, but this is the thing. If Parker is staying disciplined, if Parker is staying inside the gym, okay? If he's doing that, then a lot of that rust won't be there. You know, if he's out and if he's not in the gym working daily, if he's not doing something towards his craft on a daily basis with his age, then yeah, that could be a problem. But I think Parker and I think his coach is smart enough to know that he has to remain sharp because he has a golden opportunity. He's worked this hard to revamp his career, and he has a golden opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world in the near future. So he has to stay disciplined, and I think he has. So, but hey, good point. I get it. You know, look, Crawford was out an entire whole year, and I know Joseph Parker ain't no year, ain't no Crawford, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying that like, you know, ring rust usually come when guys are sitting down and they on the couch chilling, you know, and not doing nothing. That's when ring rust really shows up. So, you know, that's just what it is. Matt, what's going on? Oh, Albright rematch, only fight I want to see for Key. You talking about the Albright. So Matt is saying, appreciate the $2, big dog. Matt is saying that the only fight that he wants to see Keyshawn is the Albright fight. You know, because that was a close contested match. You know, I thought it was a landslide victory for Keyshawn. However, everybody felt that it was a very close match. Even the judges thought it was close. I think it might have been by split decision. And I think right after that, Keyshawn popped for marijuana. So he's saying that that's the fight that he want to see. Plus the fact that Keyshawn went into his dressing room and had some words with him afterwards, you know, that whole situation that went on. However, allegedly that went on, you know. I mean, look, there's 2 sides to every story. We never saw the footage of it, you know what I mean? We saw the little tussle inside of the hallway, but we didn't see the footage of him actually going in there and doing that, you know. So it's 2 sides, but I'm just saying, you know, I think what you're saying is that it'll be something that you want to see, right? That what you're saying? Something you want to see. But I would say this. I think Keyshawn right now is on a different level now than he was when he did fight Albright. And if Keyshawn is not smoking that marijuana and stuff like that, he gonna be different mentally. He gonna feel different physically as well. So if they were to fight, I got Keyshawn all day, 7 days a week. So that's what I think about that, big dog. Hey Jay, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, appreciate you, Jonathan. Thank you so much, bro. Cash Money versus No Limit. Who you got? Oh man, I'm a No Limit soldier. I'm a No Limit soldier. I thought I told you. Hey man, shoot. Hey, I'm No Limit all day, man. Yeah, that's me. Navarrete versus Foster. Appreciate that. Cruz Mortaya, January 2016. I got Cruz. Okay, me too. I appreciate the super chat, Matt. Thank you so much. I got Cruz too. As of right now, I do got Cruz. You know, speculating for sure, but I'll watch more film. Tim, I just watched your fight with Hulk. Was it the game plan to exchange with him early? No, Kendall Hall. See, this is the problem with Kendall Hall, right? He got in my head. That was the first time a fighter actually got in my head. So, you know, I was learning on the job too, right? He got into my head, and so he pushed. So during the instructions, the last minute instructions by the referee, he said, "You want to see this heart?" Because during the lead up, I told him, I was like, "Bro, you ain't got no heart. I could see straight through you. You know, you soft. You ain't got no heart, bro. I could see straight through you. You can't compete with me." You know what I mean? And so I told him that. So he was just like, "You want to see this heart?" So he amped me up, right? He amped me up. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to show you. So I came out fast. Now, I was supposed to be aggressive, but I came out way too fast. And I set myself up to get hit with that left hook. I opened myself up wide. You know, my technique wasn't the best technique. And so when I opened up wide, I dropped my opposite hand and I got clipped. Pow. Double impact. Ran right into it. I tell you, I was asleep in midair. The ground woke me up. Your boy took flight. The ground woke me up. Cause if you can see my eyes roll back in my head when I got hit and I hit the ground, I just remember hitting the ground and I remember hitting my elbow on the ground. And I was like, God. And I'm like, and I get up quick and I feel my elbow kind of burning because I like scraped it on the canvas. And then my head is ringing, my ears is ringing, and then one of my legs is numb. My right leg is numb. And I'm like, oh man. But I got up quickly. And then as I turned around, I thought about my training. And then I took the knee. And I was just like, okay, because you get up quickly, you still gonna get that 8 count, but I'd rather take a knee and kind of like, you know, take my time and really get my bearings back before I actually fight. So I just went back to my training because I worked on being knocked down. I worked on that. If this happens, take that knee. Take the 8 count. You're gonna get counted 8 count. You're gonna get it automatic. So might as well take it. So I'm gonna get up at 7.5, 8. All right, I'm gonna get up. So I took that knee immediately. I saw the count. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, God, it ain't supposed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I got to do. I got to survive these next few minutes. I got to survive these next seconds. You know what I mean? He gonna come after me, and then that was it. But I worked on that. I knew there was a possibility of being knocked down. I don't know why fighters don't work on being knocked down. I don't get it. Like you got to work on every aspect of your game, every aspect. Man, I don't get why they don't work on that type of stuff. I talk to every single fighter in the fighter meeting. I have yet to hear one say, yeah, we work on being knocked down, Tim. You see the Cubans doing it all the time. They constantly spinning in a circle, flipping in the ring, flipping in the ring, flipping in the ring, and having somebody chase after them after. You know, that's what they working on, you know? So, look, we worked on it and it worked perfectly. But yeah, my game plan was basically take it to him, push a fast pace because I knew he would gas out. I knew he couldn't handle that pace. I talked about this a little earlier, man. But yeah, Warrior, man, you absolutely right. Warrior, you got to be that way. What's up, Legend? I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Nobody beating Shakur. When I see him, I'll let you know. When I see him, I'll let you know. Will 40 million get me back in the ring? No. No. 40 million won't get me back in the ring. Hey, bring that money up. Bring that money up, big dog. Bring that money up. You want to see me get back in there? 40 million ain't enough for me. Nope. No, thank you. Who would have won? Mikey Garcia versus Danny Garcia? Ooh. Ooh, this a good one. Hey, G, this a good one right here. I got Mikey Garcia. I got Mikey beating Danny, man. Yeah, I got Mikey, man. Mikey has some good feet, good jab. Yeah. You got a good jab, you can deal with Garcia. You gotta have a good jab. Because Garcia like to time you with that hook. And you know he had that no-look left hook. Try to sweep it over your jab too. But anybody that had a really good jab, he had Mauricio Heredia. I thought he beat him, but very close fight. But I thought he beat him, man, with the jab. Was killing him with the jab, throwing his timing off with that jab, man. He was peppering him with that jab, man. You know, and then you saw Earl Spence with that lead hand on him, keeping him at bay. Yeah, I got Mikey. Yeah, I got Mikey, man. And Mikey had a beard on him too. Put combinations together really well. Had punching power of his own. Shit, man. Mikey don't. Hey, man. We don't tell you. Mikey don't get enough credit, man. Mikey was cold with them hands. Mikey was cold with those hands, man. Mikey Garcia. Hell yeah. So I got Mikey, man. You know, a lot of people look at the later version of Mikey. Go look at the younger version of Mikey. He was cold. So, but yeah, I appreciate the super chat for real, man. No doubt. Boo Boo is only 37. He still beats Charlo. Man, I keep hearing about this damn Charlo. They need to get in the ring. I'm seeing post Charlo saying Charlos want Crawford. Carlos want this guy. Charlos want 10 million by this. Like, bruh, beggars can't be choosers. That ain't how it work. Beggars can't be choosers and saying, oh man, I want to fight Crawford and you got to pay me 10 million. Man, stop playing, bro. You've been MIA too long, man. Come on, bruh. Come back, give us some eye candy, bro. See, look, Thurman came back, beat the dude from Australia, bro. Gave us some eye candy. And then everybody like, damn, Thurman is back. Yeah, Thurman is back. We ain't seen him in a while. His energy was on fire. Yeah. His knockout power was still there. And was like, we saying like, okay, hey, we got a little hope with Thurman, right? And then Thurman ended up getting in the fight with Fedora, but the fight fell through. But there was a lot of people picking Thurman, saying, damn, Thurman can beat Fedora. Thurman can catch him. Thurman can this. We need something like that from you, Charlos. Yeah, we need something like that. Come back and get a knockout win, bro, so we can get back like, hey, believing in you, bro. You calling out these big fish, bro, and you ain't been in the ring in a minute. Come on, stop it. Please stop. But anyways, it's my thoughts on that. Hey, champ, just dropping in. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, L Nice, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the $2 for real. Thank you. Yeah. But anyways, I've been coming on, man. I just been wanting to just show some love, man. And I want to answer some of y'all questions. What's good with you? What's good with you? Who should be next for Rohan Polanco? Hey. Rohan Polanco, 147 pounds. Santillan should be next for Polanco. That's who should be next. Giovanni Santillan. That's who he needs to fight next. Take the same road that Brian Norman Jr. took. Fight Santillan. Do a number on him if you can. And then after that, because Santillan's one of those guys that's been around in the sport a very long time, and he's built a reputation for himself. And although he did get stopped by Norman, nobody else has been able to do that to him. So, You know, if Santiago can do something like or replicate something like that and show that hey, I'm different levels above this guy, then I think he can move in a better position and will be looked at, may possibly fighting for a world strap, you know. So, but I say Santiago will be a good matchup, man. Perfect matchup. Appreciate this. I appreciate the super chat for real. Yo, broski, are you still need some? You know, Shields will call out a fifth grader. Shields will call out a fifth grader is getting old. That's funny as hell. Hey, cause she sure would. Oh, you want some too? You can get whooped too. Where your mama at? Oh, shoot. Hey, Shields will, man. Shields don't care, man. She get down with anybody. You know, remember Shields wanted to fight Keith Thurman. You remember Shields wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Talking about she could beat Keith Thurman. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted to see that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to see that. Looking for that money. T.O. looking for that money. Okay. I think they all looking for that money, man. Yeah. You the realest. Did you watch the Matchroom doc? Your thoughts? No, I didn't watch the Matchroom. I didn't watch it. Was it the doc on who? Was it the doc? I appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Rogers, my guy. Man, appreciate you, man. No, I didn't. Hey, yeah. Why don't y'all double tap that like button, man? Just tap it. Just tap it one time for me if you can, man. Get that algorithm up. Appreciate y'all, man, for real. Hey, I appreciate y'all spending time out of y'all life, man, and just check me out, man. I came on. Look, I got the same vest on, but different shirt. But you know, y'all already told y'all already. This is a weighted vest. I walk around with a weighted vest every day. That's just what it is. You know, every single day. So I'm working out. You know, constantly having this extra weight on me all day. But zero credit. You ain't lying on that. Zero credit if he beats Pacquiao. Tim Turkey has the big bag for you to come back. Nah, me and Turkey don't mix. Me and Turkey don't mix. So, you know, they stay far away from me. I stay far away from them. How do boxers get shredded so fast, Tim? I need your advice. How can somebody get shredded so fast? You got to get your body fat down. It's all in your diet. You got to change your diet, you know, and then how are you training? What's your weight training like? And what type of vitamins are you taking? You know, that's important. Chromium is good for you. That'll help you shred up a little bit. You know, you got to get your body fat down. I hear creatine is pretty good in low doses. Low doses, that'll help you get your body fat down too. But you got to get that down. And, you know, I would say not the heavy weight. You want to go to go towards the lighter weight and do more reps. You know, that'll help shred you too. You know, lighter weight, do more reps. So, but you got to get that body fat percentage down. And that's the thing. You know, your muscles ain't going to show if you got all the fat around it. So, but that'll be the advice. Change that diet up a little bit. Start eating leaning more towards protein and complex carbohydrates. Stay away from all the pastas and stuff like that. Go lean. Go like lean fish, lean chicken, lean turkey. You know what I mean? Have once a week, maybe have a steak once a week or something like that. And eat them vegetables, man, and you'll start leaning out. You know, you can have some eggs in the morning too. That'll help you. You know, if you want a little bit of fruit, that's cool for a little bit of energy when you're training. But yeah, you got to change that diet, and it's not something that works like, you know, overnight. You know, it just, you got to stay consistent. You know what I mean? And it takes people longer. You know what I mean? So everybody's different. So it might take me 6 months. It might take you a year. It might take you 2 years. But if you want it that bad, you know, you'll listen. I promise you. But that's my advice to you. For real. You and Pacquiao exhibition. No thanks. Yo, tell much love, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. What clown spamming? Yeah, I don't know. Another troll. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, the Green Eyes ain't got no wrench. Green Eyes, you ain't got no wrench. Let me get you a wrench. Green Eyes, there you go. There you go, Green Eyes. If you come on, Green Eyes, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, somebody was spamming the chat. Let me see. Let me get to the bottom of this joint. Let me see this. Hold on real quick. Uh, you think Xander has a chance to unify at 154 pounds? I think Xander has a chance. Absolutely. I think he's young, ambitious, and talented. He is. I like his hunger. I like his confidence. And I like his belief in himself. And you know, his last fight that he had, I thought it was going to be a lot more challenging than what it was, but he showed that he's a really good strategist and he can follow the game plan. He showed really good footwork in that fight. That was the major difference. He can follow a game plan. He can execute different tactics and stuff throughout the fight. You know, I thought he fought a very, very good, well balanced fight the last time inside the ring. Now, the power is something that, a lot of people's gonna be talking about, him not having, but I think he has enough power to get some respect from these guys, man. But yeah, it's good speed, quickness, very knowledgeable, got a high boxing IQ, I've heard him on the mic too. He's excellent on the mic so yeah, I think his future can be bright at 54. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I always say this, like, if you got skill, you got the hunger, desire, you got some talent to go along with you, and you hungry and you really want it, and he's conditioned. He was conditioned like hell too. So you gotta be have stamina and be conditioned. But if you can take a punch, and you could take their best shot and continue to push forward and push through and persevere, like you can win a lot of fights that way. Because when you get to the highest level, you're gonna have some punchers in the division that can punch and thump and can hurt you. So if you can't take their punch, then that's gonna always be a problem. Of course, I'm not saying don't move your damn head. I'm just saying it's hard to swim without getting wet. Every now and then you might get hit with a shot. You got to be able to take that punch. And so if Xander can take the punch of these heavy hitters, he's gonna always be in the fight. Yes, he's gonna always be in the fight. hmm He's I think out of him, you got him, you got Virgil, high work rate from Virgil, high work rate from Xander. You got a high work rate from Fendora. He has a high work rate. Um, I think those three. You got see Bakaram. He's decent. Yeah, Martizaliev work rate is all right. Um, Madramov's a little bit slower. He's very selective with his shots. But yeah, I think he fits right in, man. I think he fits right in. Yep. Oh yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. What's going on with the dumbass chat tonight? We got the people in there, man. Come on. Matt, they in there spamming, man. Tim, what you think about Edwin De Los Santos? Um, Edwin De Los Santos. Damn it, another one that need to get back into the ring, man. For real. These guys need to check their contracts. I don't know if these guys are getting any money under the table, but yo, I'm screaming for a fight. When you're contracted, you have a certain amount of fights that you're supposed to have per year. And if they don't meet that, then it's a breach of contract. You know what I mean? And you can get out your contract. So I don't know what his deal is like with PBC or whoever's managing him. Um, but I'll just tell you this: he needs to fight. That's just it. That Keyshawn Davis fight fell through because Keyshawn didn't make the weight. I have various reasons why I feel like he didn't, and I'm not gonna share with you guys what I think they are, but I'm just saying. But for the most point, I just think he just needs to get in there and fight. Yeah, I think he's a talented fighter, but I just think that he's not being managed properly, and he's not being promoted properly. There's no reason why we haven't seen this guy back into the ring after he fought against Shakur Stevenson. You know, out of all the fighters that Shakur has ever fought, this guy has been the most dangerous fighter that he's faced, the hardest fighter that he's faced. Trust me. Trust me. This De Los Santos was the hardest guy Shakur has fought just yet. And so namesake is one thing, but I'm just saying, style for style, this dude was a problem. And he was. And I think Shakur would tell you that, but that's from my eyes. The guy was tough. So it makes no sense why he's not fighting. You know. I will also say this though. He was coming off an injury. So I think he was sick or something like that too. So yeah, bad luck. It could be bad luck. But I want to see this guy be back into the ring too, just as much as you do. Yep. Appreciate the super chat. I said Keyshawn Duck De Los Santos, in my opinion. Boy came overweight on purpose to get an advantage. You can say that. You can say that. Absolutely. Kendall Hart from the city of Peterson, New Jersey. Yes, he is. He said, I can see it all inside your face. Green Eyes was good. All right. Was it Equilibrium gone? On which one? Oh, you talking about my Equilibrium when I fought against Kendall? Kendall Hart, are you talking about that? I'm so far back on the chat, man. This is crazy. This chat is moving like crazy. Hey, I appreciate the super chat, man. It says, Tim, your career moved at a steady pace. And it says, IYO. It says, what's hold up on the fighters today? I just think it's network. I think it's network, especially PBC. PBC is like, they stretching it, man, as far as they can go. They're not being funded. They gotta, come up with their own funds. They have an outlet, but they not getting no money from the outlet. So it's a little bit different now. So I think that, and they have a ton of fighters. So that's another problem. Right now, you see TR right now waiting to the beginning of the year, I guess, to see what they're gonna be announcing. But right now they got them fighting on different streaming services. I'm starting to see some stuff pop up for that. I know Michaela Mara is coming back soon. So you got Richard Torres coming back soon as well. So they fighting on different outlets right now. They keeping them busy. I've been seeing top ranked fighters fighting on different outlets and stuff too. And then you got the Zone, of course, Eddie Hearns and, the guys over there, they do their thing. But right at the end of the year, it's always pretty slow at the end of the year. And it's pretty slow at the beginning of the year because a lot of fighters don't want to fight around the holidays. And they want to fight after the holidays to recoup the money that they spent during the holidays. So, but the end of the year is usually pretty, I want to say stale, most of the time. So, but yeah, that's what I think, man. That's why they don't fight often. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Yo, appreciate it, man. Benavidez versus Opatayev. How does it go, champ? I think I answered this question the other day. Oh man. Opatayev is an explosive. See, so Opatayev is an explosive fighter. I got to do a little bit more study on him, but the last time I saw him inside the ring, he's very explosive. But at the same time, he makes a lot of mistakes, man. And he puts himself in vulnerable situations, in vulnerable positions sometimes, to where the right guy can make him pay. I also have seen him be hurt with some shots too. You got to also take into account Benavidez and how he would move, and if his power is not translating the way it was at 168, at 175, now at 190 pounds, like, do you think his punching power is going to somehow increase? I don't think so. Then he's going to be carrying around a little bit more extra weight. Opatayev has, I think, better footwork, better legs, and he's physically strong. Man, I would have to face because there's a lot of unknowns for Benavidez at that weight. I would have to see Benavidez first to be able to say I think he has a chance. But right now, I gotta say Opatayev. I have to say Opatayev right now because I haven't seen Benavidez fight at that high weight. You know, there's a lot of unanswered questions. So, yeah, that's what I think. Style matchup would be fire though. Benavidez is one of those guys that's gonna keep coming. He's gonna keep bringing that pain, bringing that pressure, constant pressure on you. You know, and if Opetaev can take the pressure and can box his way to victory, and he can win the fight. I think that's what he would do anyway. So, but anyways, I like that question though. Good question. Let's see what's going on. Hey, I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. Good evening, champ. He says, what's your all-time favorite punch from a fighter? It says yours included if you want. If you want. It says mine is the Mayweather stab jab to the body. My favorite punch, to be honest with you, was two. I had two favorite punches. One was the overhand right, because I can catch them as they shooting the jab. I was always shorter than most guys. And so I was able to slide on the inside and loop it and time it. So they jab or fly this way, and I was able to, at the same time, boom, catch them as they shooting their jab. Hit them either high on the temple or on the chin. So I would say that, and then my next is the left hook to the liver. That was one of my favorite shots. And so what I would do is I would slip right, and shoot my jab, slip right, and then I'll get them used to that. And then I will adjust and I'll slip inside the jab. And then the jab will fly inside this way. And most of the time when people jab, they bow out. So they'll jab and they'll bow out. And I will slip inside and I'll go right to the liver. Boom. You know, and it completely throws them off. You know, a lot of times people think you're gonna run into the right hand. But if you can anticipate, you know, when to do it, and you get them used to you moving a certain way, getting outside the jab hand, because that's what you do. You move right to get past the left hand. Left hand cast, left hand pass, then slip inside. Boom. They will not expect it at all. They won't expect it, I promise you. And so you surprise them. But that was my favorite. That was two of my favorite right there. As far as a fighter goes, shoot. I think Roy Jones' left hook was his accuracy with his left hook back in the days. Roy didn't really use the jab a whole hell of a lot. And that was one of the craziest things that I've ever seen, because you know how important the jab is. But Roy felt like the jab, because it comes straight, it puts you on the line. It keeps you on the center line. So he didn't really like the jab. So he used the lead left hook, because you hook, either the guy gonna block it or the guy gonna get underneath it. But when you hook, you able to move left and get the hell out the way and get off the line from any return fire. That's the way he felt. So I would say that lead left hook that he would throw and catch guys with was next level, man. That athleticism that Roy Jones had back in the days, man, I have yet to see anybody even come close to that. You know, I'm talking about speed, power, you know, that quickness that he had, that flair that he had with him, man. Like, Roy was one bad dude, man, for real. Yeah, I think he's one of the best fighters of all time. One of the most athletic for sure, but one of the best fighters of all time, man, for me. Shoot. Everybody wanted to be him. Everybody. For real. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get them subs up. I appreciate you, Green Eyes, for sure. Yeah, let me see what else we got. What kind of questions we got. Yeah, Tiger Johnson versus Flaws. Come on, Jocelyn. Come on now. I love, man, you know I love Tiger, man. I talked about this yesterday. You weren't here yesterday. I appreciate the $2, baby. I appreciate it. But, man, like, Tiger, I think Tiger got a new trainer. I don't know who his trainer is. I don't think he's with PJ anymore. I heard something about that. He's not with PJ anymore. Don't know why, but I'll tell you this: if Tiger don't show up, if Johnson show up, he gonna get his ass whooped. But if Tiger show up, hey, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, man, for real. Flaws is like, he's difficult, man. Flaws is difficult because he can box, he can punch, you know, he can move. He's a very awkward timing. there's a lot to Flaws to deal with. And I know Tiger very well, and Flaws has that type of style that gives him fits. It gives Tiger fits. You know, Tiger's usually flat-footed, you know, coming forward, you know, very aggressive with the jab, you know, good 1-2 combination puncher. But guys that move side to side and lateral and have a lot of head movement and elusiveness gives him a lot of problems. So Flaws, that's what he do. You know, it's another challenge for Tiger, man. And he must pass this test. He has to deal with these type of fighters. And if he can't deal with Flaws, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere, man. He might as well pack it in. You know, this is the fight right here where he gotta win. He gotta win this one. You know, you can't be losing this one. You know, it's a must-win fight for him. You know, because I think Top Rank has been very patient with him. Okay, and they've been very selective with his development, and they've given him, you know, really good fights, some solid fights right throughout his, I'd say, early development. They gave him a nice little dud here and there, but the fights where he should be stepping up on and he should be looking like the Boca Chicas, like he's supposed to be dominating Boca Chica. Like he's supposed to be beating the hell out of Boca Chica, for real. But he didn't. He struggled. He can't do that. Like, you got to show up. You have to beat these particular guys. And you have to do it in an emphatic, like, type of way, right? It got to be like, damn, blow me away. He hasn't been doing that. He's been flat. So this is another opportunity for him to show his greatness. And if he doesn't, hey, I won't be surprised if they say, hey, see you later. Hey, you ain't cutting it. We cleaning house, you know. And this is being real. I'm being honest with y'all. The game is cutthroat like this. It is cutthroat. So you gonna get so many chances, and you start looking mediocre. They like, hey, we ain't wasting our time with this. We gonna spend our money somewhere else. So it's a tough fight. I think it's a tough fight for Tiger, man, coming up. Yeah. Appreciate the $2, big dog. Appreciate you, man. What's your thought on the TKO league? I don't really think it's gonna affect. I don't think it's gonna affect boxing like people think it's gonna affect boxing. You know, I come with different points of views, and this is just like right off the top of my dome. I ain't really thought about it. I'm telling you right what I'm thinking. I don't think it's gonna affect boxing. You know what we've been seeing. Hear me? I got a phone call. Did y'all hear me? Hey, Jada, call your mom and let her know I'm on the live. Y'all hear me? Hold up. Hold up. What's up, son? Yeah, I'll be ready in about 2 minutes. Hey, can y'all hear me? Wait up. Can y'all hear me? We hear you? Okay, cool. Let her know I'm on my live. I'll be off in about 5 minutes. I gotta answer a couple of questions and I'm off. All right. Yeah, this is real. This is real life. We real life right now. Shoot, my phone went off. My bad. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad y'all can still hear me. I forgot what the hell I was. All right, so let me get to this real quick, and so I can answer these questions because I got to roll out. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect boxing. I think they're gonna be doing their own thing over there, right? They're gonna have their own belts, their own league, their own rankings, and all of that stuff. With these guys that's gonna be signing these contracts or whatever. Yeah, make sure y'all check out the contracts, man. Make sure y'all check out y'all ins and y'all outs in these contracts. If you fighters gonna want to sign and go over there, man, for real. But they're gonna have their own system and their own rankings and their own belt and all that stuff, and they're gonna be building fighters and trying to build it like they did the UFC. It's gonna take some years for them to build up fighters, right? It's gonna take some years. It's hard building a fighter into a world champion, a world-class champion. Dana has done it with the UFC, but it's gonna be a lot challenging to do it with these boxers. It really is. You know, he don't know this business. It's a little different than UFC, a lot different, right? So With that being said, I still think that like all the sanctioning bodies and all the other entities gonna still be involved in the sport. The sport that we have today. You know, and fighters gonna be still having being able to make their money and make their moves and do what they gonna do. I don't know what the ramifications is as far as being signed to them. Uh, if I can speculate, it's probably gonna be like more so like the contract's gonna be like the UFC, to where they own your rights, they own all of this crap because that's what they like. They want total control over the fighters. So just be careful. Anybody that's looking to go that way and start something new, be my guest. However, for me, for me, I'm going with the people that I know, what I'm saying, that's been in this sport for many years. I'm going with, I'm not going with the new doctor. I'm going with the old doctor. You feel me? I'm going with the old doctor, right? Because I want to be able to control my earnings, and I want to be able to control my sponsors and so on and so forth. So that's it. That's my thoughts on it. So I don't think it's gonna be really affecting too much of anything. So, yep. But we'll see. We will see. Hey, I appreciate the $10, big dog. Duran was excellent. Yes, he was, man. At slipping inside the jab and throwing the overhand right. Yes, he was. He was cold with that, man. Yeah, gave Hagler hell with it. Yeah, I think Hagler had a lot of respect for him too, man. Out of both stances, yeah. And the Roy Jones left hook was supernatural. Yes, it was. Speed, timing, and pop on it. Stay blessed, man. Hey, well said, bro. For real. It's well, damn said, bro. Man, thank you. That was great. That was great. That was a great read, man. For real. I enjoyed that. Hey, I appreciate you, B. For real, man. Johnny, hey, thank you so much. It says Tim is Johnny Boy from Fight Hype. Hey, what's up, Johnny Boy? What's good with you? Let's get this interview, champ. Prime. He said Prime Pennell versus Floyd. Who wins? Oh man, damn. Prime Pennell versus Floyd. Ooh, that's a tough one, bro. You put me on the spot with this one, man. Appreciate the $20, big dog. Hey, dog. What weight? What weight? 135 Floyd wasn't normal. 141 was it 147? Let's just say 147. Defense, boom, 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 thinking. I got Floyd. I think Floyd was a little bit bigger, longer. I think Floyd was quicker. Especially at 147. Floyd had an excellent right hand. Whitaker wasn't the biggest puncher either. He wasn't the biggest puncher. He was slippery as hell. But although I still think it'll be a damn competitive fight, it'll be a very competitive fight. It would be, because I'm thinking about Floyd. I'm thinking about Floyd when he fought against the Drunken Master, man. That was a tough ass fight for Floyd. But Floyd had a lot of dog in him too. So, man, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I would say Floyd. I really gotta look at film, bro. I really gotta look at film. That's you put me on the spot, bro. Like, I like Pernell Whitaker and stuff, man, but I ain't studied him in a minute. It's been a while since I looked at him. I know Floyd pretty damn well, but yeah, that's a tough one, big dog. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. And I'll get back to you on that one. And yeah, we're gonna have to get an interview, bro. We'll do an interview for sure. The winner of Tiger fight will fight Polanco. Why not? Why not? That makes sense to me. Don't that make sense to you? Huh? That makes sense to me, right? But that ain't how boxing work. Ain't that something? That ain't how boxing work. Look, I was saying Polanco should fight against I was saying he should fight against Santian. Polanco should fight against Santian. That's what I was just saying. Yeah. He do Santian and then he do the winner of this right here. Yeah, why not? Shoot, that'll work. And then Top Rank can make if that's if Norman Jr. if he handles business against freaking Devin, then Top Rank can make the Polanco fight after that, right? Hey, hey, you two. Hey, cut it out. My dog's in here playing, going crazy. Appreciate you. People are blaming the TR commentators for Tiger. Hey man, look. Appreciate the super chat, big dog. All these times cursing Tiger out, and Tiger had it in his feelings out. Listen to me. Listen. You gonna blame another man from another man. You gonna blame another man because what something another man said is the reason why Tiger was like in his feelings and when left PJ. Come on, man, stop. Come on now. Come on. I didn't have anything, or the commentators didn't have anything to deal with any dealings with that. You know, there has been many times where I've seen PJ go in at Tiger, many times, right? And I'll tell you this another thing: if Tiger is that sensitive, you know, to his trainer telling them and being real and being honest with him, then they not meant for each other. Because I know PJ, and I know PJ strives for perfection. And PJ puts in a lot of the work in the gym with these fighters. So like he has high expectations for his fighters. PJ can't believe more than the fighter, Tiger, you know, and Tiger ain't been showing up. And that's the problem. Tiger ain't been showing up. Johnson been showing up, but Tiger ain't been showing up. So with that being said, that's not a commentator issue. You know, I think it's something personal between these two guys. Whatever it is, stop. Hey, y'all better stop. Stop all that damn horse playing. Stop. Big head. And I think that's just what it is. Come on. That's just what it is. Had nothing to do with us. Had nothing to do with me. All right. What made me choose Teddy Atlas as a trainer? How was it working with him? What made me choose him is that he brought more technical ability to my game. You know, I've always had a technical issues as far as like just, you know, technique, you know, knowing when to do certain things, you know, and he kind of brought a little bit more understanding to those aspects. So like the first week that I trained with him, like he literally made me feel like I didn't know anything about boxing. It was really hard. I mean, we'll spend 4 or 5 hours in the gym and we're drilling different things, and he's teaching me different things about distance and, you know, what you need to do at certain distances and what shouldn't you do, and, you know, and teaching me about positioning and just things that I didn't know technically, right? And making me aware of certain things. And so, you know, I was like I was in school. When I went to the gym, I was in school, man. You know, I heard some things I ain't never heard before. So with his experience and his knowledge, I was soaking it up. That was one of the things about me is that I'm quick. I'm very quick at soaking up boxing knowledge. Like I'm a student of the game. So you can show me something and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I get it. Or you can tell me something and it's like I don't forget it. You know, and that was the best part about it with Teddy is that we had 2 camps together, and I learned a hell of a lot about boxing in those 2 camps, man. You know, and I felt like it could be like 10 years of experience, right? And I learned it in just 2 camps with him. So, but how do we hook up? Teddy told me after what fight was that? So I did an interview with Teddy after Jesse Vargas. You remember what happened in the last round against Jesse Vargas, right? And Teddy said at the end of the interview, he said, "Do you know why you got hit with that right hand?" And I was like, "No." I was like, well, I dropped my lead hand. I was like, I saw him drop low. I tried to uppercut and I dropped my lead hand. And he goes, but do you know why you got hit with that? And I go, well, no. He's like, technically. And I go, no. And so then he goes, what do you do when a fighter drops low in front of you? And I go, I pick him up with an uppercut. And he goes, no. He says, you drop low with him. And I go, okay. Drop low with him. Why? He says, anytime a fighter drops low, he's looking to sneak you to go up high. He's going to fake like he's going to go low, but really his intentions are to catch you up top. And I was like, oh, snaps. He said, if you would have just dropped low with him, he's like, he would have never hit you with that shot. He said, that shot would have went over the top. And he was like, and if you would have never thrown that uppercut from too far away, he would have never landed that shot. And at that time, I said, oh, snaps, this is exactly what I need. Because towards the end of my career, I started getting hit a little bit more each fight, a little bit more, and a little bit more. And, you know, people started to catch up with my, you know, deficiencies when it comes to my technique. So I'm like, in my defense, I'm like, damn. And it made me think. I was like, I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm not going to work on or fix this hole that I have in my game. I'm going to go back and do the same thing that I've been doing. I was like, I need to change. It's the end of my career. I need to change. And that's the reason why I decided to change, you know, and that's the reason why I picked him, you know, because he told me, you know, hey, this is what, this is why you got hit. So with that being said, that's the story behind Teddy Atlas and our marriage, man, back in the days. Hey, I appreciate you. Suarez and Clayton was insane. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Hell yeah, it was. I appreciate the $2, big dog. Thank you. Yep. That was insane. I'll ask you this question. If that fight, stop these dogs, man, they in there wilding out. If y'all hear these dogs, I'm sorry. They in there wilding the hell out. Yo, real quick about that fight. Count the knockdowns, the points taken in that round, and score it like it's a round. And tell me what you get. So when after this, I'm gonna come back on live. I'm gonna try to go back on live tomorrow or whatever. But tell me your score and how you scored that last round, that first round. How'd you score it? Hey guys, you in here tripping, man? Y'all in here tripping? Give me 1 second. Let me get these dogs up out of here. They tripping. They in here wilding out, tearing up the damn room. Hey, come on, boys. Go. Get on out of here. Y'all acting a fool. Damn, these boys in there. Boy, they was in there having a damn good old time. They was having a party in this mud, boy, for real. Tore my damn bed and everything, man. Dang. Anyways, I want to hear what y'all scores are. So everybody want to be a judge, right? Everybody want to judge a fight. Oh, that was a robbery and all of this stuff. Score that round. Score that round and tell me your scorecard. And I'm going to tell you wrong. I'm going to tell you wrong. I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. Score that round. Do you think that the ID Act will be approved to be removed? And wait, hold on. How you be approved? If it does, what does it do to you for your boxing? See, so the Ali Act, right? It's in California. That's what I'm hearing. California approved it, and they made some adjustments to it. That's only in California. All right. So what that means is that they're gonna be able to operate in California, right? But usually this is what happens when the big sanction bodies or big commissions like California, New York. I would say another one is Vegas. I don't even want to say Texas, but I would say Vegas, Nevada, California, New York. Those are the three biggest. If California does it, Vegas gonna follow behind it, and then from Vegas, and this is how they leveraging. This is how they getting. They got in California, all right. Then probably next is Vegas, and then probably next to follow is New York. All right, they're gonna be able to do business in these main three states. Okay, so it's only really gonna affect whoever's signing. To me, this is the way my take is. Whoever's signing with TKO. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's only gonna affect those guys that sign with TKO. You know, I think that the rest of boxing is gonna operate the way that it always has. But I think that's just what it is. I think they've got a deal between California Commission, for probably X amount of fights to be happening in the area. Money, everybody's gonna be getting money, getting paid, and I truly think that's why they did it. That's why they did it. California want some big fights here. They want the commission to get paid. And I'm speculating, but shoot, I'm pretty sure somebody got broke off some cheese. Shoot. I'm pretty sure somebody got broke off some cheese. Yep, and I'm gonna leave you with that. But look, fighters just gotta be smart. Lawyer up, pay a lawyer to look at these contracts. Make sure you know your ins and outs. That's it. Make sure you know what the hell you're signing. They're going to tell you all this stuff. They're going to try to butter you up. They're going to fly you out on the private jet. They're going to get you a nice car, rent you a nice car, take you out to a nice dinner. They're going to smile in your face. They're going to do all of these things. And this is what the promoters do, right? They're going to whine and bazass you and die. And then they're going to put that contract in front of your face. And they're going to be like, and you better say, I need to have my lawyer look at this contract. Thank you. That's what you better do. Because you can sign your life away for real. For real, for real. Yep. So that's some game to me to you guys, man. Played soccer until I was 33 years old. I'm now 58. My son said football was harder. He learned to play, then apologized before he went to the NFL. Keep your kids playing. I will. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10. My kids will be playing, man. They have dreams. They want to play in college. My girls, they want to go play at Stanford or UFC or USC. So yeah, they will be playing. They work hard every single day. They got a little time off this week. I'm letting their bodies rest because they go there every day doing soccer. So they need a couple of days to rest up before the weekend because they got some games this weekend. But I appreciate that, man. Thanks for sharing the story with me. Thank you. Respectfully, at 140, I don't think anyone beats Floyd. Yeah, I mean, I watched Chop Chop put Floyd out on his feet for about 50 seconds. Later, Chop Chop was overwhelmed on a knee. He had everything at 140. Yeah. Yeah, man. Floyd's. I appreciate the super chat, man. Floyd's toughness, man, his durability. He doesn't get a lot of credit for it, man. That dude was extremely tough and was a dog, man. He was a damn dog. I mean, when he got hit with that right hand from Shane Mosley, man, that should have been lights out. I mean, she should have been comatose from that shot. But he took it. He took it well, and he bounced back, man. He made the proper adjustments, and he started slipping that punch, and started getting away from that shot. So that's the one thing about Floyd is that, yeah, you might catch him once, maybe twice, but you're not going to catch him a third time, man. He's going to make the proper adjustments. But, yeah, Floyd's a special fighter, man. He truly is. And I mean, Whitaker was too. Whitaker was too, But, yeah. Really hard to really decipher on who I'm gonna pick there. I gotta watch more film on both guys. What's your thoughts on Polanco performance against Quentin Randall? My thoughts was that Quentin Randall is a hard puzzle to solve, and he's a guy that's really hard to look good against. But if you can look great against him, man, that says a lot about you as a fighter. I thought Polanco did what he had to do to win the fight. I thought it was an ugly fight, but I saw that there were still some things that he needs to work on, in closing the distance. I vaguely remember the fight right now in my mind, but I know I said something during the air that he needs to go back and work on. It's probably the way he closed distance. I didn't really like too much, but you got to figure out different ways to try to close distance, and and he struggled in spots to really be effective. But all in all, I mean, he won the fight. That's for damn sure. It wasn't even close. And I think that, look, Norman, he struggled against him too. You know, Norman struggled against him. So Quentin Randall's one of those guys that has a high boxing IQ, a little bit on the lazy side. Maybe started boxing a little bit too late, but you know, the time he been in the sport, man, he's been able to get in the ring and learn on the job quickly, and you know, he's done pretty damn good for himself. You know, he has a job. He makes it tough for a lot of fighters out there who get in the ring with him. So he's one of those guys that that many guys pass up. You are a class act for sure. Salute to your parents, intelligence, skills, most important, humble. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. Love my kids. Thank you so much. Hey, for real. Thank you. That means a lot to me. For real. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that means so much to me, man. You know, like, look, I hear a lot of comments all the time about me. I hear a lot, you know, because I'm vocal, I'm outspoken. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. And, you know, sometimes I might not say it in the nicest way, you know, but for real, like, I ain't got no hatred towards nobody, man. You know, I'm very fortunate to be in the position I am in. You know, I'm very fortunate to have a community like we have here, man. I'm not sure what we gonna call this community yet. I'm still trying to figure out this internet stuff, you know. I'm kind of like a, you know, I don't know. I don't even know, like an old head when it comes to this internet stuff, man. And, you know, I know how to come on live. I know how to do that. But for the most part, you know, I'm definitely looking to want to continue to grow this channel. Um, you know, a lot of you guys want to see the 100,000, 300,000 and be up with the show business of the world and the blue bloods of the world and stuff like that. But that's one thing, man. Like for me, it's more so like I want the right fans here. You know, I want people that want to that want to learn. I want people that are, you know, open-minded, right? And you know, I just want to just speak from a boxer standpoint, you know, not just a guy that can speak very well and know the history of the sport very well and only say what, you know, he hears from guys like myself and guys that have covered the sport over the years, but somebody that actually did it. So I want the real fans here, man, not the ones that just jump on just, oh, well, everyone's subscribing to Tim Bradley, so let me subscribe. No, and not watch the videos. I want people that's going to actually watch the videos here, you know, and that's just it, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys, man, for being here. I hope I answered all your questions, man. I've been on this thing for about almost an hour and 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Tim. How heavy is your head, bro? My head's about, I want to say it's about 20 pounds. It's probably about 20 pounds. Yeah, I got a big ass head. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, Tim, you still on live? Yeah, we love that. Yeah, I got about a 25. I got about a 20-pound head for sure. Speak your mind honestly, like you should. I study boxing. That's why I follow you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And I'll be seeing some of y'all. Y'all be on y'all boxing channels and stuff. I'll be checking out y'all stuff, man. One guy, I forget his name, but he had like a little boxing channel that I watched. I watched his breakdown. You know, he was breaking down something in the Crawford fight. He did a damn good job. I forget his name off the top, but yeah, he did a damn good job in breaking down what he was seeing. And so, look, I know a lot of people that they study the game for years. You know, and I'm not saying that like you're not. You don't have the eyes for it, but you do. I'm sure you do. You've been watching certain things for years, man. You become a pro at it too. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I gotta dip out. I gotta go play my son in some soccer. I'm about to go tear his ass up. I'm about to tear my boy up in soccer. I'm about to tear him up. But anyways, I appreciate you, Green Eyes. Thank you for managing the chat. All right, I'll holler at you guys. Peace, love, and I'm out.